Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's the 2025 PAL Das Swiss tournament, and we are in the round 2 of this event. Today is Thursday, March the 13th of the beautiful year 2025, and we have a match between the Polish player ЩWIDR and the German player Jakob. The match for players who unfortunately lost their first matches in round 1, and there is a chance to bounce back and to stay in the contention. The loser of this match will make his life a little bit more difficult with 4 rounds to go. This might be difficult to catch up the top 3 who will advance for the 2026 Baldas Cup, the top 16. Yeah, so let's take a look at the standings so far. So yeah, we have a bunch of players with 3 points, and then we have Shuichi with 2 points, Firedogs with 1, and a bunch of players with 0 points, with 4 players yet to play their first match. Because of my situation with my injury and because of Mart's being ill, yeah, the 2 matches were not able to be played. Yeah, we both took our first deadline extension, so the matches should be played yeah, this week, and yeah, we will for round 3 pairings. Yeah, all players should be with 2 matches in the standings. Yeah, so we'll see how it looks. We already have 1 players with 0 points and 2 matches. It's Dujika. Today we don't have to finish with these situations. Should we, for example, end in decider, then one of the players would get 2 points, the other one 1 point, as it happened in the match between Shuichi and Firedogs, as you can see on your screens. Yes, so those 2 players have something to prove after round 1, and we will be, paying attention how much can they improve from round 1 and what the players can bring us today. As both players played in round 1, then we have some stats for them as well. So let's first start with our ELO rating. We see over 200 points advantage for ЩWIDR. So according to ELO odds, ЩWIDR should be the favorite to win this match, around 77 to 23%. ЩWIDR also favorite in terms of a comp PB. And yeah, we have ЩWIDR, we have Ivan in the chat. Hello guys, welcome in the stream. Yeah, and as you can see, also the stats after the first match, all of the stats also in favor of ЩWIDR. So yeah, we'll see if our tier 2 PDM February 25 champion and a player who did not qualify for CTWC 2022 can should beat the CTWC Dustcaster, kinda acceptable Tetris Restreamer, probably the worst Tetris player who has been playing Nest Tetris since 2017 and probably the lowest qual score ever, 2 points. If I'm not mistaken, was it CTWC Dust 2022 when Jakob got this score? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it was either 2022 or 2023 CTWC Dust where Jakob got this massive score of 2 points in the quals. Yeah, so our players are playing in the tournament which is called the Swiss tournament. I already answered those questions yesterday. This is kind of a league tournament where the players don't have to play round robin, so you don't have to play all the opponents. The pairings for the consecutive rounds are based on the number of points player got so far. So the players who do well will play against each other. The players from the middle of the pack will play against each other, and the player from the bottom of the pack will play against each other. Fixed amount of rounds, 6. So 10 days per round, 3 rounds in March, 3 rounds in April, and the top 3 players with the highest amount of points after 6 rounds will be the ones who will advance to our main event, 2026 PAL Das Cup. And yeah, here are the rules of the match as well. Level 18 starts only No line cap, so if you're able to play forever, feel free to do so, and level 19 Malens are strongly encouraged. SPS, controller and handcam, these are the mandatory things, so no keyboard cheating in this tournament. All the matches are played best of 9, so the first to win 5 games wins the whole match. And depending how many games wins, the losing player will have a different scoring distribution. So 3 points for win, not in a decider, 2 points for win in decider, 1 point for loss in a decider, and 0 points for loss not in a decider. And hello Jakob, welcome to the stream. Top 3 players, as mentioned, advance to the top 16 of 2026 PAL DAS Cup. I can show you the provisional standings so far. And on the left side you can see our major events. PAL DAS Swiss is one of these. These are the events strictly for qualifying, so if you get a qualification spot via the major event, you're no longer eligible to play in the rest of the major events. But you can play in our regular PDM tournaments, which will be played in between those major events, and you can gather your points, and if you can't make the top 3 of any of major and can do well in PDM, you can also be in one of the top 3 spots. But if you're kind of unlucky and can't make top 3 of any of the above, top 4 players with the highest ELO rating, average of 5, best ratings for a player in the year 2025 will be also added to this pack of 16 players. Of course, the rest of the players will be playing in the preliminary rounds in January of 2026, so everyone will get a shot. But if you can make it to the top 16 this year and be a higher seeded player, feel free to try your skill, as James says, not your luck. So yeah, this is a chance for you. So of course those standings will look better after this tournament is done. So after we filled the Swiss players, which will be like fixed players for the qualifications, those names you can see on the right side are the provisional names, so this might change, and yeah, the whole top 16 will be known only after the last match of the year 2025. So we still have some time to qualify, but this is our first event of the year. And yeah, let's see if our players are live and if we can start our match. Let me refresh both. And if they are live, I will bring them to you. And it looks like they are live. So here are our players. Here are our heroes of today's match, ЩWIDR and Jakob. So, ЩWIDR and Jakob, if you wanna reroll or increment, it's up to you. I have no preference as the rest streamer, as the commentator, so whatever you decide, we will do it. But wrong playstyle the seed for you for game number 1, which will be CA F0 F1. CA F0 F1. ЩWIDR is fine for increment. I assume Jakob as well. So here is your seat, and yeah, as soon as you will be ready, guys, we can start your match. Okay, so Jakob is ready. Jakob, can you try the ready button in the select button on your controller? I think we might see this working here on the stream. Yeah, it works. So if you prefer this, you don't have to write it in chat. So yeah, it looks like our players are ready for game number 1. So let's start the game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Good luck and have fun, guys. Yeah, both players are there. And yeah, the seat is fine. So yeah, game number 1 between ЩWIDR and Jakob is underway. And let's see what our players have prepared. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't stream ЩWIDR's match in round number 1 against Rurchak. ЩWIDR was trying to make a surprise, was 3-0 ahead of Rurchak, but unfortunately for him, couldn't make the surprise. Rurchak, yeah, won 5 games in a row and didn't give ЩWIDR even a single point. Oh, and now ЩWIDR is in a lot of trouble. ЩWIDR is in a lot of trouble. Jakob with a relative clean board, so yeah, ЩWIDR needs to work with this board. Yeah, was able to burn few lines, but then misdropped the S piece, which prolongs the dig. So meanwhile, 37 for ЩWIDR, 58 for Jakob. And Jakob gets a long war, gets a Tetris. Yeah, and ЩWIDR is managing the down stacking of the board. This costs some pace, but yeah, it's more important to stay alive and give yourself some chance yeah, in the later phase of the game than risk too much and top out. And ЩWIDR is fine, ЩWIDR is clean, ЩWIDR is ready to bounce back. Oh, another S misdrop, so those S pieces are not cooperating with ЩWIDR today. So we have 94 for ЩWIDR, 136 for Jakob. So we have a very solid game by Jakob going in this game number 1. And ЩWIDR keeps struggling. Is like 4 Tetrises behind, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it develops. Over 70 lines to go before transition, so still a lot to be played on level 18. Oh, and we have first misdrop from Jakob. Now our German competitor needs to downstack the board. Shouldn't be anything problematic. And Jakob is trying to stay calm and... Oh, but also an S-piece misdrop for Jakob. So those S-pieces are kind of weird for both players, and Jakob can't do anything about this board. Tops out at 65 lines with 213, 560. So ЩWIDR 214,000 is your target for game number 1, 214. So let's wait and see if ЩWIDR can chase down the score. Yeah, but guys, it was kind of a nice pace for Jakob. 213 at 65 lines, so if we double the score, it would have been 420, 26, 427. And ЩWIDR has enough points. ЩWIDR secures himself game number 1. It's 1-0 for ЩWIDR, so ЩWIDR, you are good for game number 1. And guys, we know that Jakob is a player who is looking for first. And ЩWIDR, please don't do it. 90. I need to take those statistics. What was the score? Please don't do it, guys. I ask you every time. I do this game statistic. Okay, let me check this in the VOD. But yeah, it would be cool if you didn't do it. Yeah, this makes my life a little bit more difficult, but yeah, I should be able to check it. So yeah, you have a few seconds to gather your thoughts or something, and I will check ЩWIDR score, and then we'll start your game number. game number 2. So give me a second. I think I have the score. Yeah, I have it. 237, 120, and 93 lines. Yeah. So please, for the next games, please, please let the game top out. Stay at the top out score for a second, maybe a little bit longer than a second, just that I can take those stats, and then yeah, it's easier for all of us. 93 lines, 237, 120. Okay, so as soon as ЩWIDR is ready, yeah, Jakob, I was kind of able to take your score, but still, yeah, it's better to stay a few seconds longer, just in case. I'm kind of trained. I'm kind of trained, you know, for being quick. But if you do it like in a half second, then it might be too quick. Okay, but all things are good. We are ready for game number 2, which starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And Jakob with some pushdown points, so no zero clap for the German player in this game for sure. And there is a Tetris for Jakob and ЩWIDR with a Tetris as well, and 4 lines, so ЩWIDR on a perfect pace, Jakob above perfect pace for a moment, but skims a line. Oh, and now some misdrops, but yeah, ideal pieces to solve the situation. Oh, and ЩWIDR now in a lot of trouble, but gets a long bar. So left side is now accessible for the Polish player. Gets a long bar, gets a T over. So ЩWIDR should be able to. Oh, but those pieces weren't that friendly, and ЩWIDR messes up everything right now. ЩWIDR tops out at 22 lines, 96,142. Jakob, 97,000 is your target. 97,000 is your target, and if Jakob gets 97k, it would be Jakob's first win in this tournament. But what happens? Jakob lost control over the board. Now our German competitor is in a lot of trouble. 97,000 is needed. Slowly but surely. Oh, 96,551. It's already enough. It's already enough. Jakob wins the game by 400 points. 96,551 and ЩWIDR 96,142. So to be exact, 409 points. 409. So Jakob, your first game won in this tournament. GG's. It was a very dramatic way to win a game, but a game won is a game won. Push down wins. Yeah, Harry Honk would say, you see? Yeah, those two pushdown did not help you, ЩWIDR, unfortunately, so we are tied after 2 games. Both players are ready, so game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yes, Ivan, winning is winning, that's true. Yeah, and guys, just to remind you, this tournament has a Maturino prize pool. We are currently at $100, but there will be more money in April from the so-called guaranteed. Oh, money and Jakob with some weird misdrops. What was that? I totally missed it, but it looks very scary. It looks very scary for our German competitor, and I'm afraid there's nothing Jakob can do. Jakob tops out at 3,464 points. ЩWIDR is good for game number 3, and ЩWIDR leads 2-1. Eighteen lines and 34,580 is the score for ЩWIDR. We will see, Ivan. We will see if this is a 2-2 speedrun. One game needed for that, but let's see if ЩWIDR has some other plans. Game number 4 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And Jakob has a very weird and nasty longbar dependency and creates another longbar dependency. Okay, but gets all the pieces needed to resolve the situation. And Jakob is with a fine board. ЩWIDR now needs to skim a few more lines to regain the full control over the board. Meanwhile, Jakob with a Tugi spin of a T-piece creates a hole in the board. 58,000 for Jakob and 19,000 for ЩWIDR. $88 for Jakob, 71 for ЩWIDR. So Jakob currently in a lead. And goes for a safety triple. Overhangs the O-piece, but A2 works fine for our German competitor. 122 for ЩWIDR, 147 for Jakob. So Jakob currently in the lead in this game number 4. ЩWIDR gets a Tetris and now needs to reopen the well. $153 for ЩWIDR, 155 for Jakob, so ЩWIDR was able to catch up the score, but now ЩWIDR's board is kind of challenging. It's and it closes the well. Yeah, but he was not Tetris ready anyway, so yeah, this long bar wasn't that useful before closing the well. So yeah, 186 for Jakob, 166 for ЩWIDR. And Jakob is Tetris ready. But there is... and Jakob hangs the long bar. No! It's a very unfortunate top out. 187, 737, 188. ЩWIDR is your target. 188. But now ЩWIDR is in a lot of trouble. ЩWIDR is in a lot of trouble. Is there anything ЩWIDR can do? No! ЩWIDR tops out at 171, 760. And Ivan, your dream came true. We have 222. 222 any percent. Yeah, so you have 222 any percent after 4 games. 171, 760 for Schwid and 187, 737 for Jakob. 222 any percent. And our players are ready for game number 5, which starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. No, so many white pieces, only white and red pieces at the beginning. Now finally some blue. Polish pieces, that's true, that's true. So we have ЩWIDR with 59,000, Jakob with 98. And ЩWIDR is in some kind of a central business. I always have the impression that those central setups work like a magnet for droughts. So almost every time I set up for a central, then I have to experience a long drought. Or maybe it's only like my impression. The central business is closed. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So ЩWIDR is back in column 10. Jakob is also in column 10. Jakob with 32k ahead. So around 1.5 Tetris lead for our German competitor. .204 for Jakob, 137 for ЩWIDR, and we are 60 lines in, so around 70 lines to go before transition to level 19. And yeah, we haven't experienced level 19 yet in this match. Wouldn't be game number 5 be a good game for that to happen? What do you think, guys? Oh, now Jakob is kind of high. Gets the piece over and gets a long bar. This helps a lot. So there is still possibility for Jakob to survive the situation. What do you think, guys? Did I say it? Yeah? Interesting. 2-2 for ЩWIDR and 257 for Jakob. Jakob once again needs to fight a little bit with the board. Oh no! Jakob tops out. That escalated very quickly. 261, 443. So ЩWIDR, you have a chase down. 262. 262. probably said something like, what do you think? Can we have a full game or something? That might probably be the case. But unfortunately, no double level 19 transition in game number 5. ЩWIDR has 40k to go and needs to work on his board a little bit more to regain the full control. But the pieces are very weird, and ЩWIDR can't find an effective way to bring the board down. Oh, the Zimis drop. And the okay. Okay, now ЩWIDR needs... Oh, but ЩWIDR is in a level 19 situation. He needs 4k on level 19 speeds. I totally missed the line count. 262 is needed. 262 is needed, and I'm afraid this won't be enough. No! ЩWIDR can't do anything more. ЩWIDR tops out at 259, 760. Jakub takes the game and the lead in the match. 3-2 for Jakub. Guys, Jakub is one game away from securing any points to the table. And ЩWIDR put himself in a pretty difficult situation. Yeah, ЩWIDR fails to complete 2 chase downs in a row. This allows Jakub to be 1 game ahead. 5 games in, 4 games still possible to be played. Will we need all of them? We're about to find out. Yeah, yesterday James broke his 11 games in a row losing streak record. And as I check paldastetris, Jakub played 10 games, lost 10 games, so Jakub is on a 10 game losing streak, just for the information, and both players are ready for game number 6, which starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So yeah, there is a need for ЩWIDR to win this game and to bounce back a little bit. If Jakub wins this game, we'll no go home empty-handed. As you know, the scoring system, player who wins 4 games at least is guaranteed at least 1 point. But now Jakub needs to work with this board. Let's see how it develops. And both players with very similar scores. ЩWIDR's board is looking more safe, but Jakub is now back in business as well. 66 for ЩWIDR, and now Jakub can build for a Tetris as well. But Jakub decides to go for some safer approach. And we have 91 for ЩWIDR, 81 for Jakub. ЩWIDR with another Tetris. And now Jakub hangs this Z piece, but yeah, shouldn't be anything problematic. 172 meanwhile for ЩWIDR, 122 for Jakob, and both players with safe boards. So yeah, let's see if we can see some more Tetrises going on. So far Jakob tried to keep this game as safe as possible. Oh, but now it's looking kind of weird. And Jakob is forced to burn some lines. Now gets some weird pieces. And needs to get something to the left. Gets the J piece over. And gets more pieces to the left. And yeah, he's trying to do some good stuff to survive it, but I'm afraid it might not be enough, and this is a top out for Jakob. 154 280 in game number 6. So ЩWIDR, you are good for game number 6, and we have 3-3. '87 lines, 2-3-4 for 60 is the final score for the Polish player. So 6 games in. 2 games at least have to be played out of possible 3, but will we see a full distance match? Let's find out. Players are ready. So game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So 4,000, 6,000 for ЩWIDR, 5.7 thousand for Jakob. So both players without a Tetris yet, but finally they got those long bars for those first Tetrises. So it was kind of a difficult start for both, but we are now in a situation where both players have at least one Tetris, and now ЩWIDR has a challenge to deal with. Oh, and Jakob also would like to see a long bar soon. This is not looking very nice for Jakob, and there is another drought. Oh, but then gets a long bar, and this is looking very, very dangerous for Jakob, but this is... Oh, but the O doesn't go over, and Jakob tops out. Unfortunate top out for Jakob, so ЩWIDR, you have a chase down. 60,000 points is your target. 60,000 points. Oh, but ЩWIDR is also kind of high. Few thousand points more to go. Oh, but now the left side is looking kind of weird, kind of inaccessible. Is there... Oh, ЩWIDR... This doesn't burn anything, and ЩWIDR fails the chase down for the 3rd time in this match. 56,620 points, and Jakob takes the game and guarantees himself at least 1 point for the standings. It's 3 for ЩWIDR, 4 for Jakob after game number 7. So, either ЩWIDR forces a decider, or Jakob takes 3 points home. Let's see what happens in game number 8. Both players are ready. So let's start game number 8 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, that's just to remind you, James broke yesterday his 11 games losing streak Jakob is currently on a 10-game losing streak. If ЩWIDR wants to make it 11 games, then ЩWIDR needs to win 2 games in a row. Oh, and Jakob is very high. Very high is the German player, and there are no long bars. Oh, and this will be a GG, and we will have a decider. We will have a decider, 2,660 points. Jakob went too greedy. ЩWIDR, you have already enough points. You are safe. So we will have a final game, a decider. So both players are guaranteed at least 1 point for the standings. So both players will not go home empty-handed. (22 lines, 57,760 is the score for ЩWIDR from this game, which goes into the books. And yeah, one game will decide who will take 2 points. And let me update the match score. Sorry for that, guys. It's not 3-4, it's 4-4. So now it should be correct. Yeah, and it looks like our players are ready for the final, for the decisive game number 9 in this match between ЩWIDR and Jakob. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, so both players are guaranteed to be above Duży K after 2 rounds. Duży K played 2 matches and is with 0. Those 2 players, one of them will have 2, the other one will have 1 point. So they will be not in the group of 0. So neither of them will get a bye in round number 3. This will be either Duży K or someone else with 0 points. So both ЩWIDR and Jakob will be paired in the next round. $38,000 for ЩWIDR, 40,000 for Jakob. Another Tetris for Jakob. ЩWIDR is trying to build for another one. And is Tetris ready? And let's see how the long bar timing would look like in this game. Yeah, ЩWIDR didn't have to wait too long, so yeah, it was a relatively friendly RNG for ЩWIDR while he was Tetris ready. 95 for ЩWIDR, 98 for Jakob. Oh, and now Jakob, okay, gets the long bar over, and now would like to get a piece to bring it down. And can Jakob do anything? I'm afraid no! Jakob tops out at 42 lines with 99,940 points. ЩWIDR, you need 100,000 points to win the match. And here we have it. ЩWIDR is our match winner, wins the match 5-4. But ЩWIDR, as you know, the privilege of the match winner who is alive in the last game, you can have your victory lap. So feel free to play this game out. Congratulations, ЩWIDR, for winning the match. And Jakob, congratulations for taking your first point in a played match. Not by a bye, but in a played match. So yeah, good to see you winning some games. So we'll see if you can make it even better in the next round. We'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, ЩWIDR is the one who wins this game and wins this match. 5-4, so 2 points will go for ЩWIDR and 1 point for Jakob. So ЩWIDR is in his last game, his victory run, victory lap. So let's see what will be his final score. And nice recovery from the situation by ЩWIDR. Would like to get a J piece for a left side and gets it, and gets a long bar for a Tetris. So nice recovery from the situation, ЩWIDR. And yeah, now he can enjoy the remaining 24 lines of level 18 speeds, and then see if he can play anything on level 19 plus. And one more line and we will experience the transition to level 19 on ЩWIDR's board. He takes care of the left side and is now on level 19 speeds. And let's see if ЩWIDR can survive to level 20. 2 more lines! So theoretically it would have been possible, but unfortunately ЩWIDR tops out with 396, 620. GG's ЩWIDR once again. You win this match. Congratulations for the Polish player, ЩWIDR, who wins this match and gets 2 points for paldastetris standings. Yeah, that was unfortunate for a decider, but it is what it is. Here is your winner, here is ЩWIDR, and here are your match stats as well. ЩWIDR and Jakob 5-4. ЩWIDR with the highest score 396, that was the score from the last game. Jakob with 261. Yeah, as far as those losing score and line statistics are concerned, also in favor of ЩWIDR. But that was a close match in terms of games won. Yes, ЩWIDR with those 3 failed chase downs. Those made ЩWIDR life a little bit difficult. And this was probably one of the reasons why ЩWIDR takes 2 points for the standings. But yeah, it is what it is. Both ЩWIDR and Jakob are players who have some points in the standings, so no 0 pointers. So let's see. Yeah, you both get points. So this is the second decider of the tournament after Shuichi versus Fire Dogs. So only German players and players with white red flags are involved in deciders in the tournament so far. Oh, no Windows struts. That's unfortunate, ЩWIDR. But yeah, even without Windows struts, you are able to get some points. So yeah, as you can see, updated standings after this match. ЩWIDR with 2 matches and 2 points. Jakob with 2 matches and 1 point. And yeah, we see ЩWIDR the same number of points as Shuichi, Jakob the same number of points as Fire Dogs. Yes, so as we already have one player with 2 matches and 0 points, as mentioned, neither SWIDR nor Jakob will get a bye in round 3, so you can players prepare for your round 3 encounters. Round 3's pairings will be announced on Thursday next week, March 20th around 22 UTC, and round 3 will be one day longer than the other rounds because we have 31 days in March, so yeah, the last day of March will be also counted for round number 3. It's kind of good because there is this tournament happening in the capital city of Austria, and apparently quite a few players from this tournament are going there, so yeah, it's better to have this. And yeah, I also expect that some round extension may come for round 3, but we'll see how it all develops, and what will be needed. For today we are actually done with the matches. There are no more matches scheduled for today. We are working on the schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow, as you can see at the top of your standings, you see those two beautiful Finnish flags for Merke and Jani, and they will play tomorrow. Currently they are scheduled for 18 UTC, but there is also my match versus Sam to be played. And yes, as I use this deadline extension, this match kind of has a priority, so we'll now try with Jakob to find a solution how to plan it everything for tomorrow. But at least one match is scheduled for tomorrow. We'll see if we can do more. And on Saturday there are currently 2 matches scheduled. I play then my round 2 regular match against Smarts at 17 UTC, at 18 UTC. We'll have also a very interesting match between AV Geek and Shuichi. So we are already in round 2, and we're in round 2, and already we have some interesting matches. And yeah, the matches will be more and more interesting the further tournaments go, and no matter if we will be at the top, at the bottom, or in the middle of the standings, the longer the Swiss tournament progresses, the more closer pairings we'll have. Hello Hannah, welcome in the chat. We are about to end the stream, unfortunately. We've played our match today, and yeah, we will be no possible, sorry. There's no more matches today. And Monthly Tetris, thank you for the raid, but we'll try to find someone else to raid, because we are also done with our stream. So yeah, we'll see who to raid. I see there is a certain German player trying to achieve 1.4 in the wrong version of Tetris, so why not raiding the player who is also very known for his successes with PAL-DAS. Yeah, so let's see how Mark is doing. Yeah, we're done for today. We'll be back tomorrow and on Saturday with more PAL-DAS Swiss action. So see you tomorrow, see you on Saturday there, guys. And yeah, Monthly, once again, thank you for the raid, but unfortunately we are done as well. Bye bye for now.